Hello everybody, this is Starman and welcome back to Let's Play Discworld 2. Well, as you can see, we've got this whole map of the disc open up to us. We've got Ankh-Morpork right here.
The greatest city on the Discworld. All roads lead to Ankh-Morpork. Nor was that away from Ankh-Morpork.
Holywood, which is of course where all the clickies get made.
A place where false dreams come true, or at least can be put on celluloid.
And then over here on the other side of the Circle C, we've got a hill of some type.
Obviously where the undesirables hang out.
An oasis of some type.
I sure hope it's not one of those mirage things.
The city/country of Jelly Baby, which is a bit of a weird pun named after a British candy. If you're a Doctor Who fan, of course you're familiar with Jelly Babies.
Tall and pointy? What possible use can they be? Jelly Baby. Good name. I wonder if it describes the place or the people.
Yeah, and there's a few other locations that will open up as we go around, and easily missable over here is the path out to the ocean, where we can go back to 4X.
Aha! 4X. A land of surf, sand and flies.
And we're going to go there first. And the luggage is swimming after us.
A colourful local shop, and I've got just enough time to stock up on a few billabongs and get my jumbucks restrung. Ah, the sea is restless. I'm like that myself when I've got sand in my bed.
And of course, the proprietor of his shop is Point Neon Bone Dibla, which this refers back to a joke and a running gag in the Discworld books, that no matter where you go, you always tend to find the same people. Even if they're completely different in appearance, the same people are every place. You know, in other words, no matter where you go, there you are. And Rincewind keeps running into the local equivalent of Cut Me on Throat Dibbler, no matter which exotic continent he's gone to. So here we've got the, you know, the 4X equivalent of the sell you anything hurriedly salesman.
It's funny really how you go thousands of miles and meet someone who sort of reminds you of someone else.
Grubs, mate?
You what?
Grubs. Witchetty grubs. A bonza feed. You can just smell 'em on the barbie now, eh? Come on. The cost's only 3 bits, and at that price, I'm cutting me own didgeridoo.
No, look, I don't want to eat any insect larvae today, thank you.
Could be the mistake of your life, mate. They're yummy.
Ugh. Grubs? Ugh, they smell awful.
You'd be really grateful for a feed of these if you were lost in the desert, mate.
A good advert for buying a map, I feel. Are you sure you live here? You seem awfully familiar to me.
Sure as a platypus is an egg-laying mammal. Now, can I interest you in any quality dinker merchandise, mate? Picnic hampers, hats with corks. How's about a nice bent stick? I've got a lovely line in those.
No, now look, why don't you sell anything useful?
Useful? It's all useful.
Saw
See?
that coming.
Here, best thing for that? Take a couple of raw insect larvae. Cures it like magic.
Like magic?
Well, if it cures it, it'll be magic. Come on, mate. 2 for the price of 1. I'm cutting me own bludger.
Go away.
Alright, but I do have a boomerang now.
A kind of bent stick type thing. These things should come with an instruction manual.
But we could use a picnic basket.
I'd better ask Dibula first.
Alright.
If you lot was so smart, how come there are no bottles attached to that hat?
There were, but the flies have already been and took 'em. Come on, mate. 2 for the price of 1. I'm cutting me own bludger.
Stop saying that. I'm sure it doesn't mean anything.
Ah, sorry. You've worked that out, have you? Yes, we only talk like that when there's foreigners about. The tourist board insists that we maintain the image. In real life, none of us would dream of drinking or swearing or making offensive remarks about women, I assure you. Now then, where was I? Ah, yes. G'day, Dinkum Chunder. Struth, I'm worried about Darlene.
Yes, very bonzo. Now go and be colloquial over there, will you? Stand the flaming crows. Oh, now you've got me doing it. This picnic hamper, it's not filled with bugs or anything, is it?
Nah, mate. I'd charge extra for the bugs. It's a bargain. I'll give you the handle for free, but I'm cutting my own billabong.
Alright, so now we have a picnic basket.
A picnic basket? Top ho, I'll go find the infamous 5 and we'll go off and have a real adventure.
And that is all we can get from him for the moment. Can't interact with the sign. And of course, Death is no longer camped out over here, but there's a pathway leading up here to where we see some ants.
Ah, the anthill, a marvel of nature. Such complexity, such assured instinctive engineering. A whole little society blossoming, evolving and growing right here before our wondering little eyes. Now let's go and find a magnifying glass.
And of course there's our ship. And we can fast travel from here. And I did not mean to head right back to Ankh-Morpork, but since we're here, I think you can guess what we're going to do with that picnic basket. Because we did have this food here that said we would take it if we had something to put it into. And boom!
A hamper filled with scrummy food.
Now, why on earth do we need a hamper full of scrumptious food? Well, you remember that we do need to get some ants to fix Hex, the university computer. Well, what better way to attract ants than with a nice, undisturbed picnic? Yeah, this is Gamer Logic 101, folks.
A hamper filled with scrummy food, topped with ants too.
Yep. So now we can go... Whoops. Double clicked a little too quick there. And clicked on the wrong place there. Alright. Ah, yes. We'll need...
Blasted little blighters. Looks like I'll have to entice them out.
Well, gee, how are we going to do that? Well, ants like sweet stuff, right?
I think you might be confusing me with someone who actually wants to exert themselves.
Okay, we'll use it on the basket then. Alright.
Picking it up again won't help me. Their automatic computating machine, loaded with ants and ready to go.
So yeah, we now have that ready to work, if we for some reason need to make it work. And of course we will. So let's go ahead and start checking out the new locales. Let's go ahead and go to Hollywood. Start off here.
Oh yeah. Yep, it's an entrance all right. No disguising that one. That leads to the wardrobe department.
Okay, good as place to start as any.
Cheap and tawdry film sets. Somehow, cardboard replicas of cheap and easily purchasable tents seem to be a good representation of this whole industry.
And here we have a female dwarf, because naturally in the Discworld, female dwarves do have beards, and it is up until some of the later Discworld books, Dwarves don't bother much with gender identity. If you're a dwarf, you're a dwarf. And, in fact, a comment is made that dwarf courtship involves circumspectly finding out what the other gender of your chosen mate is and confirming that you are, in fact, compatible. However, there are some female dwarves who do eventually start working toward wanting, high-heeled metal boots and ribbons in their beards and whatnot, assuming they have beards at all. So let's talk to this dwarf.
A dwarven woman. At least I hope it's a dwarven woman. Greetings, my good man.
Woman! I'm a woman! I might be a dwarf, but I'm still a woman.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I wasn't quite sure how to tell.
And I'm not going to give you any hints. Anyway, what can I do for you?
Dwarf working in the wardrobe department? That's a bit of a girly job, isn't it?
I am a woman.
I'm terribly sorry, I'll come in again. There, that's better. What kind of customer do you normally serve?
Actually, given the usual dress sense around here, a costume shop is a bit of a lost cause.
I think I've just discovered why dwarves are so few and far between. Look, I'm afraid I have to be somewhere else.
Let's see, is there anything worth taking?
Suits. Not good suits. In fact, not even fashionable on any alternate planes of existence, but still suits. I wouldn't be seen dead in those things. Suits. Not good suit. In fact, not really very useful, I'm afraid. The only things that a suit of armour would protect me against, I'm better off running away from in the first place.
Very much a rincewind sentiment.
A frog suit. My size to boot. Nah, thanks. All I have to do is wake up the Arch-Chancellor and I won't need the suit. Aha! The suits you wear when you're not really wearing a suit. I wouldn't even be seen undead in those suits. Yeah, that's right, a chicken. It's got feathers and goes cluck. It's just a chicken. Must we go through this close inspection thing every time?
Yes. Yes, we must.
No way, I do have some dignity left. Let's not get too closely into examining that. People might talk. Nah, I think not. A pantomime horse suit. Now don't tell me, it's sure to be useful somewhere. I'd better ask the wardrobe lady first.
All right.
That horse suit.
You can't afford it, love. But I tell you what, I'll swap you the suit for some new props for our new jelly baby and night clicky. Costume jewellery would be nice. Anything gaudy and showy? Well, what you waiting for? Go off and quest for something.
Are you absolutely sure you're a woman?
Of course I'm sure. Some of us are secure in our sexual identity, you know.
Okay, so we need to find some flashy jewelry to trade for the horse suit. That we will undoubtedly need for some obscure and silly reason.
Aha! A mighty castle. Actually, I'd find it more impressive if it didn't keep wobbling about so much in the wind. A mighty metropolis. Well, either that or another one of those cardboard sets.
And it's a bit weird that they have what appears to be modern skyscrapers in the Discworld, but let's not quibble.
Ooh, lovely. I haven't been crushed by a 1-ton weight in, ooh, let's see now, must be years. Let's go and dangerously start playing with it, shall we?
Well, you asked. I don't think it's actually a ton, but...
A 1-ton weight, or, to put it another way, a 1-ton weight. What's the mailbox doing here? 10. The house number's starting to peel off.
So now we have a sticky number 10.
A sticker with a number 10 on it. A million household uses, no doubt. Just have to wait and see.
And we have another door here.
That leads to makeup.
Right, now let's see what we have here. Oh yes, deathly pale. That's quite fashionable these days. But have I got a face for you? Now, what about this?
This ain't quite my style, sweetheart.
Oh, well, I dare say someone will like it one day. All right, how's about... Yes?
Hey, look at this look. You ever looked at a look looking like this looks? Either my watch is stopped or I'm deaf.
All right, I just know you're going to love this one.
How does that feel?
Hasta la vista, Rincewind.
Look, this isn't working. I want something more direct, more glamorous.
Oh, so you're suddenly the big expert, are you? Bring me a picture of the Elven Queen, then. That's real glamour. I'm not budging so much as a brush until you bring me decent reference material.
So yes, now we have to go find the Queen of the Elves and get a picture of her in order to make Death look better on camera. That's an even more insane request than you'd think, given that in the Discworld, elves are a bunch of murderous, racist bastards. Which, okay, to be fair, they're that way in Tolkien, but at least Discworld, they're honest enough to pretend, not pretend that they're good people. And...
another gorgeous special effects set. Painted without reference material, apparently. Phew, the magic of illusion.
Yeah, and missed the sign here.
ILM. Impish Light and Magic.
So yes, clearly this is the special effects department, with a trainer of a whip.
At least staffing doesn't seem to be a problem. It's just like I always say, make a deal with the nethermost hordes of hell and the world will be right at your door. What's the label on this paint can say? Special Effects Pigmentation Company, putting the pain into paint since the year of the barking clam. Phew. Maybe it has a magical base. I wonder what it actually does. An imp trainer, now there's something to liven up a curriculum vitae. Things. Dangerous things. Dangerous things best left alone. Can I possibly make myself clearer?
Yeah, you could, but,
I think not.
aw, I've got a sleeping imp.
This one seems a bit lazy. It doesn't appear to have much use. Ooh! An Impstomatic camera. Just add your own imp.
Shockingly, nobody objected to us taking that.
An Impstomatic camera. Badly in need of an imp to power it. I'd better ask before I take one. Yet another cheap cardboard set. Yeah, I think I'm finally getting the hang of these.
Okay, let's talk to a trainer.
Faster! Work faster! Explosions! Put enough explosions into a clicky and who cares what the plot's like? You can put in giant rubber dinosaurs for all I care as long as they explode!
Ah, I think we found Michael Bay's parallel dimension ancestor.
Hello there.
No time to talk! I need more imps! More imps to put inside the cameras! Gotta have more special effects over here. Maybe a lightning strike. Nyam! Boom!
Look, you're a busy man. I was just wondering.
Choom! Boom! Pow!
Oh, never mind. It's a funny old world.
Right, now what we need in this clicky is more explosions. A gallop by crossbow shooting, some buildings falling down, a giant ape climbing a tower, and maybe we can find someone to write a script too.
Perhaps we should just draw a curtain over this sad little scene. So tell me, what are all these imps for?
Cheap and expendable labor. They do all the special effects work. Hell, sometimes they even blow themselves up.
I thought they were just used in cameras.
That was then. This is now. Any imp can operate a camera, but only the most skillful can do blue screen and matte work.
Huh.
I need an imp. To go inside a camera, I mean. You seem to be the right sort of man to talk to.
No, you can't have any. I need them. I need them all. We're gonna blow all Ankh-Morpork apart and have it stepped on by a giant crane fly.
A crane fly? That doesn't sound like much of a monster to me.
Well, not to me either, but it does look pretty damn scary if you get it right up close to the camera. But that's not all. We've got explosions, crashing buildings, and screaming women with their clothes artfully disarranged. It's going to be a classic.
That's all very well, but do you think I can borrow an imp for a while so I can do some photography?
Oh yes, take the one on top of the water tank. We don't need him until we do the Valley of the Trolls this afternoon.
Well, he just panned himself and ran into that painting.
I think you might be confusing me with someone who actually wants to exert themselves. I can't just walk into a set and get him.
Well, maybe not, but maybe we can throw something that'll get him out here. Alright, I now have an imp.
Now we're ready to take pictures. My own camera. Now all I need is a slide projector and a new reign of terror could begin.
And there's an exit over here.
I'm not sure where that leads.
Let's go.
A troll. 50% violence to 90% pectoral muscles to 5% brain. He'd point out the mathematical discrepancy himself, but he's still waiting for his vocabulary to be delivered. Locked! Now that strikes me as being suspiciously unfriendly. Nope, can't budge it. A Stars trailer. Ah, stardom. What is it that makes perfectly sensible people leave their comfortable little houses and clamber for the right to take up residence in mouldy old caravans? Could it be a bag of cash bigger than your head? A security office by the looks of it, thank goodness. We can all rest in our beds safe in the knowledge that this sad collection of cut-out cardboard screen sets is safe from imminent theft. Ah, a sort of low-technology security chain.
And can't interact with any of this. I wonder if we can talk to the troll.
How do I get into that trailer over there?
What? Through the door? You mean you want to go through the door?
Well, of course that's what I mean.
Now what do you want to go doing that for?
Because the wall has a solid, wall-y kind of look. The key, right?
Well, I could only really give the key to someone who could provide me with 3 rooster feathers, a piece of string, and a huge clockwork.
That's it. No, I draw the line right there. No quest, no items, no pathetic excuses for, quote, lateral thinking as I go stumbling about trying to guess what I have to fetch this time. Just give me the key.
Why? I had my heart set on that piece of string.
All right, we'll try logic. Now look. Are you aware that there are multiple outcomes to each and every action that we take? Just say yes.
Yes.
Right. Well, that means that somewhere in the universe, there's an alternative world where you've already given me the key. Say yes.
Yes.
So since you've already given it to me, there's no harm in me taking the thing in hand right now. I mean, I've already used it once.
Oh, right you are then. Here you go.
There. Let's see them make a game puzzle out of that one.
Well, they will. Well, not involving the key,
The
but...
key to a trailer. Lavender scented.
But let's keep talking to this fellow.
I've finished with him for now.
But we had questions. Oh, well. That's what I get for being direct.
It was a cutout all the time. I could have just walked around. Don't say a word. Just don't say a darn word. A chaise lounge. If you lounge about on them, then why are they called a chaise? Or is it better not to ask? The milkmaid. From rags to riches to skimpy lingerie, all in one fabulous lifetime. Sparkly.
And speaking of sparkly...
Like they say, diamonds are forever, but oranges are for half-time.
What do you want now, then?
I was just wondering whether you were free, that is, if you might consider being part of a very special clicky that we're making.
Oh, sure, but I get lonely on the set. You'll have to find me a little friend.
Friend?
Yeah, I lost my last one, you see.
Friend, oh, I see. For your ring. A little friend. Right. No rest for the weary.
Okay, so, yeah, clearly diamonds are a girl's best friend. So we have to go find a big honking diamond. Just put that on the to-do list. And keep heading north. Well, north-ish. And here's Dibbler.
Just what we needed. Dibbler in cut-me-own-casting couch mode.
There you are, friend. There you are. Now remember, a jingle, a set of novelties, and a gorgeous babe. I might be able to do it for you with less, but even now, I'm cutting my own throat.
Alright, well, we've got 3 things here, so let's ask. The jingle.
Remember, for a jingle, you'll need the words and a band to sing the thing. You've got to get a song and the singers.
Okay, so that's 4 things. Babe.
Well, as far as girls go, I mean, we need attitude, we need style. But most of all, she has to have...
Yes, I think I get the picture.
Huge tracts of land!
About these novelties.
Yes, novelties. Something new, something you don't see every day. But most importantly, something free.
Look, I'm afraid I have to be somewhere else.
Alright. I think we've exhausted all the possibilities of Hollywood for the moment. But we picked up a few good items here. And we might as well check Ankh Morpork, see if there's anything else of note around here. Because I don't think there's anything else in the Fool's Guild or the sewer that we need. The plaza is surprisingly empty now, so although we got a new poster.
Forthcoming production, Death Becomes Himself. I guess it'll be in pre-production for as long as it takes you to finish all these quests.
Yep. Alright, well, might as well... Oh, let's go ahead and check with the... Yeah, nothing new to purchase here, but this lady's always fun to talk to. Although I don't think we've got anything new since the last time.
You know, looking through this shop makes me think of the chill...
Yeah,
the
same line as before.
Oh, for...
Hello again, young lady. Feeling any urges to gird your loins, put on a chainmail bikini and hack the heads off a few dozen monsters?
No! My loins...
Shame.
Alright.
Look,
Now we do have a novelty store
novelty
here.
stuff. Now this looks interesting. I wonder what they are, not to mention what use they could possibly be.
Of course, we can't get through the wall.
Very knockdownable, that wall. I should report them to the Better Homes and Gardens people.
It is knockdownable, he says.
You know, I doubt that I can just push the wall down.
If only I had some kind of wrecking ball type thing with which to knock it over.
Can you believe it? It needs to be heavier.
How do we make this weight heavier? Cartoon physics, gotta love them. But we now have some novelties.
Ooh, pretty. Little glass snow scenes of the Discworld.
Well, I think that gives us one of our requirements. And I'll go ahead and put the camera in here for the moment. But let's go check around the shades. Actually, first thing we could do is go check out Red Shoe's place, because I think now we have proof we're dead. So he might be willing to give us the time of day.
Oh, so you are dead then? I should have guessed from the fashions. All right, in you come, brother.
Rincewind.
Brother Rincething. In you pop, the meeting's just starting. Greetings, brothers.
And sisters.
Oh, sorry, and sisters. Allow me to introduce our newest member.
Rincewind.
Rincewipe.
Rincewind. Wind.
That's just a touch of gas, brother. Happens to the best of us. Poltergeist? What? Is he a poltergeist? What? Him being a wind and all? Yeah, probably. Any road. Brethren and bretherwomen, let us now all join in singing our Fresh Start Club anthem. A one and a two. And more pork, and then that stirs the blood. It's streets, it's thousands, palaces, it's strangely sticky mud. Let not some wicked foreigner thy noble mud besmirch, and we will fight with tooth and nails while we can stand and lurch. My friends, we don't have to take death lying down. I see a land where the dead will take their place alongside the living, albeit most of them propped up or sewn back together, but still beside the living. A place where ghosts can throw off their chains and help contribute to a better, more just society, where a man can throw up his head in pride, then tuck it back under his arm, raise his right hand if he can remember where he put it, and say, yes, I'm as dead as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore.
So yeah, the Fresh Start Club are the actual protagonists of the original Reaper Man book, or at least part of the story. Wendell Poons winds up falling in with them, and they wind up having to take a hand in saving the city from the side effects of there not being a death running around. So let's see, the Count, the Countess, Wendell, Boogeyman, Reg, Ixolite, and nothing else really here except for this closet. We'll save that for last.
Oh, you handsome little sea weevil, you.
Yes, clicking on him just to see if he said anything special here.
Count not far out to. A vampire with social pretensions. It's amazing how vampires always have to be wearing evening dress, isn't it? I mean, it's not as if many people are likely to invite into parties. The Countess not far out to, I presume. I'm glad she's a bride of darkness. I'd hate to see if the lights were on.
Yeah, the Count and Countess actually wound up inheriting vampirism. The previous Count died, and his next heir wound up becoming a vampire automatically upon assuming the title. Because, of course, Counts all have to be vampires. and his wife also wound up becoming a vampire, because, well, that sort of thing is expected, despite not having the usual figure expected of a Bride of Darkness.
Good old Windle. Still not quite getting the hang of being dead, but I admire a man who can just keep trying.
And we got Boogeyman back there, hiding behind a door.
The world's shyest bogeyman. Oh well, if you're going to have an embodiment of childhood neuroses, at least it can be one that you don't mind inviting over for tea and biscuits from time to time.
Let's see, Reg.
Reg Shoe, a zombie with a mission. I'd shake hands with him, but I might end up with more fingers than I started with. A male banshee? Oh, well, it takes all kinds, I suppose. I wish it didn't, but there you are.
Yeah, rather sad story that apart from, you know, being a male banshee, and apparently they're quite rare, he's too shy to speak. So he hands people notes when there's about to be a death.
Hello, so we're undead, are we?
Don't say it with such superior airs. We are the dark children of the night, we are.
Dark children? You're pale as a... Well, you're quite pale anyway. Well, he is. Yours is sort of more talcum powder.
It's makeup. I'm a vampire and she's my Bride of Darkness. Well, actually, she used to be the bride of a greengrocer. That was us, fruit and vegetable import-export. And then one night, boom, I'm a vampire. Nothing so much as a by your leave. A quick nip in the neck and you're a vampire, pal.
So if you're a vampire and she's not, then why is she dressed up like that?
A wife should always share her husband's hobbies. Besides, you get to wear interesting costumes.
Yeah, I think they changed that a little bit from the book, but, except I do remember now that his wife actually was trying to dress up, goth.
Let me get this straight. You're both urban vampires, are you? Dreadlords of the Night's Abyss, all that sort of thing.
That's right.
And you also, as I recall, run a successful grocery business down in Treacle Street.
Used to. God, it was a smashing business, that was. We didn't truck with the usual fruit and veg. We had the direct distributorship of clutchy and giant peaches. The only place you could get them in the whole city.
Giant peaches?
Yeah, 6 foot high and weighing 500 pounds. God, they were beautiful.
Who in the name of Offler's teeth would eat a 500-pound peach?
Well, no one. You hunt them for the fur.
Anyway, once my husband was elevated to a nobler plane of existence, I decided the time had come for us to move on. I mean, when someone is confronted by the Lord of the Night, the last thing he wants to do is wake up with 2 holes in his neck and smelling of peaches. The fruit business just had to go, didn't it, Count?
Yes, dear.
So why are you two here?
Well, it beats sitting in the coffin all day.
You just listen to the meeting, dear. We think it's very important to raise our undead consciousness. It's a disgrace the way dead people are treated out there these days. For all the attention the dead get, you might as well just stick them in a hole in the ground.
Right.
Anyway, we're here to see what we can do about it. Reg is right, you know. There's a dead person inside all of us, just waiting to come out.
A vampiric greengrocer, eh? I think I shall never eat a cabbage ever again as long as I live. Well, that's it for now. Hello, so we're undead, are we?
Don't say it with such superior... We're the
Dark children?
Okay.
Well, yours is...
Same,
So,
same conversation, depending, regardless.
a vampire... I think I...
Alright.
See you later. Poor old Windle. From youth to academic. From academic to the grave. From the grave, whoomp, right onto the dole queue. That's the welfare state for you. Aren't you dead yet?
Dead? Of course I'm dead. I just can't get going on any decent sort of afterlife. How'd you put a stop to a walking corpse? I mean, it's not as if there's any helpful ink books. I've tried me strangling, poisoning, or even jumped in front of a donkey cart.
Oh, how did that one work out?
Not too well. They're charging me with willful traffic obstruction and being walking dead in a public place without a proper licence. Call that justice?
So, you've become a member at the club here then?
Member? How can I be expected to be a member when I can't pay any dues? And I can't pay any dues because I can't get a job. Oh, Skew, is this any way to treat a walking, talking corpse? In my day, we knew how to show respect to a cadaver in need of a bit of cash.
What? They want to make you pay dues?
It's all Reggie's fault. He wants to pre-print coffin lids with membership details on the inside.
What, and that's going to be expensive?
Well, coffin lids don't grow on trees, you know.
Well, not on any trees I've seen, not when I'm sober anyway. What do you mean you can't hold down a job? I mean, it's not as if you're rushing off anywhere, is it? It's not as if you're going to have any sick days off.
Oh, yes. Well, you try telling that to an employer. I mean, the advantages of a dead employee are obvious to anyone. No lunch hours, no night shift worries. I mean, you'd think anyone could see it's in all of our best interests.
So what happened? Did they complain about the smell?
No, it's all, bureaucracy. Just try filling in a tax form when you're officially dead. You'll see. Place of residence, graveyard. Current occupation, decomposition specialist. I mean, it's an uphill struggle from the word go. No wonder people spend so much time trying to avoid death. The paperwork complications are enormous.
Oh, that's enough of this conversation for me. The world's shyest bogeyman. You know, I'd have been really intrigued and astonished if this had been a better kind of day. Hello.
You're not frightened of me, are you?
No, why?
Oh, I just don't seem to frighten anybody anymore these days.
Oh, well, sorry. All right, look, I'm scared. Really scared. Terrified. Is that making you feel any better?
You're not really scared.
I am?
Well, why aren't you running around then?
Because I'm scared stiff. Yeah, that's it. I've been scared into that strange lucid state of unreality and just don't seem to be able to move my legs. Rooted to the spot in terror. Me.
Really?
Gosh, yes. If I was any more scared, my ears would drop off. Trust me on this. I thought we cured you last time. What happened to your old door?
Someone kept putting letters under the doorstop. I finally had to give the thing away or drown beneath a flood of second-class mail. I think the worst thing was the smell of all those perfume sample sachets. They've all got this stuff called ambergris in them. Apparently, after a few weeks it all starts going off and you up your eyeballs and decaying. Where does ambergris come from in any case?
I think a whale is sick somewhere and it gets turned into perfume. Strange but true. And who was the first man to look at a pile of whale vomit and think, oh, that'll make a splendid perfume? Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Do you come to a lot of these meetings then?
Not really. I'm not actually dead, you see. Just undead. But the membership card gives you lots of lovely discounts at the local stores. Cheap headstones, cut-rate coffins, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but if you're not actually going to die, I mean drop dead and actually require interment, then why do you need them?
Well, they make great gifts.
What, happy birthday, now here's a headstone in the sincere hope you find a use for it soon, and that sort of thing? Got many friends, have you? You don't need to answer that if you don't want to.
Yeah, I forgot that this is apparently the same bogeyman that we helped in the first Discworld game.
Sorry, can't stay and chat all day, must be off. Excuse me.
Shush!
Excuse me.
Shush!
Okay, Reg will not speak to us.
Excuse me.
Shh.
And neither will he. And there's a black sheep in the closet. Because of course there is.
A black sheep? But he's a skeleton. Ah, I get it. He's died in the wall. This is a pun or play on words. Go on, let the groan out. It's therapeutic.
Hey, he's right. That does make me feel better.
Skeleton in the closet. A black sheep. Nope, I don't think I'll press any further on this one. Oh, hello. What are you doing in there? Apart from being a quest item, I strongly suspect. Well, I can see your point there. Actually, I'd get that scene to you if I were you. So, hiding out in the closet, eh? What's the matter? Are you taking it on the lamb? Taking it on the lamb? You get it?
Yeah.
Why exactly are you hiding here in this closet?
Bah.
Really?
Bah, bah, bah.
So I see. Well, I just don't see that there's much call for undead sheep in the career world. I mean, I know you'd like to expand your boundaries, but I'm just not sure how I can help you achieve fame. Tell you what, though, I'll keep my ear to the ground.
Bah.
Oh, no, you're quite welcome.
That seems to be a hint as to us needing him for something later, or him needing us.
Well, that's it for now.
Alright, I don't think we need to talk to Mrs. Cake anymore. And the dead collector has moved on. Where'd he get another ladder from?
Oh, I'm in the mood for love. Love is the thing I've been thinking of. Love is what is on my mind right now. And also romance is on my mind as well. Bebop, bebop, bo, bo, ba, doop, doop, bye. Oh, shata, 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 bye.
Excuse me?
What?
I said excuse me! Damn, I just want to... Shut up, please!
Tell him to shut up! Otherwise he's gonna be swimming around in a jam jar!
I'm trying!
What?
Never mind! Why don't you leave this poor silver-bearded old woman alone?
Never! I am Casananda, the second greatest lover who ever lived. And this woman's beauty, oh, she sing to me. Well, at least until my next challenge. I'm now ready for more women. Hey, I take them all on at once.
Oh dear.
Okay, so we apparently need to find Casanunda a bunch of other women. And Ron Stench has not come back, sadly. And I don't think there's anything else that we can do here. Actually, it occurs to me we never did talk to the Duck Man earlier. We were speaking to the beggars.
Spare half the kingdom, sir? Just half the kingdom? Or maybe the hand of a fair princess? I'm not fussy.
I don't know how to broach this subject tactfully, so I shall try it as simply as possible. Are you aware that there is a duck upon your head?
Oh yeah, very witty, sir.
Now look, I'm perfectly serious. You have a duck on top of your skull.
A duck? What do you mean?
A duck! A duck! A mallard, waterfowl, a flat-beaked, paddle-footed aquatic avian.
Oh, very witty, sir. Very witty. You just want me to go running off to find a pond or something so I can peer down into it and then look ridiculous. Very good, sir. 4 points to you.
Alright. Actually, I remember now we did talk to him.
Goodbye for now.
I think I was misremembering a conversation from the books. But, yeah. That has, I think we explored all of this area as much as we can. But I think we're going to go ahead and pause the video here, and next time we will continue exploring on the other side of the Circle C in Jelly Baby. We'll see you then.